Hello everybody, welcome to BeamNG's Freedom Factory, and more specifically, Bradenton Motorsports Park. In the last episode, I reworked and shared the setups for 7 of the fastest unmodded American drag cars in the game. That meant it was V8s, superchargers, and all the nitrous that cars could handle, and in the end of it, it was the Bruckell Moonhawk putting up the quickest and fastest pass of the day, running a 6.899 at nearly 200 miles per hour. In this episode, Bradenton Motorsports Park is getting invaded by the best Europe has to offer, and I'll be sharing all the parts and setups for each of the cars we're going to be seeing today. So, if you want to build any of these for yourself, grab a pen and a paper, or get ready to get some screenshots, because once we get going, we're going to move along pretty quickly. All the cars tonight will be following the same simple rules as the American muscle cars from the last episode. The cars must have all the exterior body parts, including fenders, doors and windows, hood and trunk, front and rear bumpers, a driver's seat, and most importantly, no game mods allowed. If you enjoy this, don't forget to hit the thumbs up to remind YouTube it's some pretty good shit. If this is the kind of thing you're into, subscribe to the channel for more. If you're trying any of this for yourself, let me know how quick you're able to go in these things. We'll kick things off with a German-inspired ETK K-Series of cars, starting with this boxy little number. This is the ETK I-Series. This one packs a 3-liter V6, turbocharged on nitrous, that makes just over 1,000 horsepower. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission, and it all weighs in at 3,022 pounds. Well, this is the first time I've run the Unmodded I-Series on this channel. I have run an Outlaw version previously. It was a handful. Without mods, we only have about a quarter of the horsepower to play with, so handling was much less of an issue with this one. The I-Series goes in 8.932 at 158.30 miles per hour, making this the slowest of the unmodded drag cars we've run here at Bradenton yet. Next up we have the ETK I-Series. This also comes in wagon form, but since I'm assuming those are a bit heavier, we'll be seeing the sedan version today. This is packing a 4.4 liter V8 turbocharged on nitrous, makes 1,224 horsepower, has a 6-speed sequential transmission, and weighs in at 3,072 pounds. I've never used this car before on this channel, so it was fun getting to check it out. Maybe I'll do another build with it in some sort of modded outlaw form someday. Okay, here we go with the ETK I-Series. A 7.866 at 177 miles per hour, much quicker and faster than the I-Series. Not good enough to keep up with the American muscle, but not bad. Here we go with the last of the ETKs for today. This is the K-Series. It's got the identical drivetrain as the 800 series, making the same 1,224 horsepower, but with the benefit of some light parts in the inventory, it weighs nearly 150 pounds less, tipping the scales at 2,923 pounds. An Outlaw trim the K-Series used to run like it was on rails. If it got through the first couple of gears, it would put up some pretty good numbers. I've never run this in non-modded form prior to making this video, however, so let's see how it goes. The ETK K-Series runs a 7.833 at 178 miles per hour. But they put up a fight. The ETKs were no match for the Garrels and Bruckhells here today. On to the Italians, and we'll start things off with the Civetta Bolide. This sporty little thing is fitted with a 3.9 litre V8, twin turbos, and nitrous. It makes 1690 horsepower, has a 5-speed manual transmission, and weighs in at 2,516 pounds, making it easily the lightest car on this list. I've run an unmodded version of this car on the channel before, and run as quick as a 7.664 at 199 miles per hour. Since then, game updates have changed the behavior of the cars somewhat, and that same tune-up now results in the car trying to launch itself to the moon. The solution for that I found is to run smaller rear slicks and set up to spin the tires just enough to keep from wheeling all the way down track. Well, that does work pretty well, as you're going to see. The side effect is a car that doesn't necessarily want to go straight. How about a 7.466, 198 miles per hour? That makes a Chaveta Bolide quicker than all the German entries today and an American pickup truck from last video. Now we move on to what will no doubt be the quickest and fastest of the unmodded drag cars we're going to see in the game BeamNG, at least until something new comes along. Of course, I'm talking about this Chaveta Scintilla. This modern supercar sports a 5-litre V10, twin turbos on nitrous, makes 2,418 horsepower, uses a 6-speed sequential transmission, and weighs in at just 2,687 pounds. Nearly a year ago, while making my original list of fastest unmodded drag cars, this beast claimed the #1 spot running a 6.541 at over 230 miles per hour. Since then, much like the Bolide, that old setup results in a car that's pretty much undrivable. So, with that in mind, I took the lesson learned from the Bolide, fit the Scintilla with smaller rear slicks, added a wing for some much needed down track stability, and we shall see what the results of that are right now. Hanging on tight for a 6.382 226 mile per hour blast to once again claim the top spot here at Bradenton Motorsports Park with the quickest and fastest unmodded drag car in the game BeamNG. That's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's action. Until next time, keep it in your own damn lane.